Welcome to Ask Cadence, everybody. My name is Pete Wright, sitting around the round table once again this week with Wil Mercer. Wil, how are you?
Great. Good to see you again, Pete.
Good to see you as well. Thanks for joining us. And John Patton. John, another week, another show.
Always a pleasure, Pete.
The problem card we have this week is, this is a short one, and I'm looking forward to hearing your response on this. What do you do if a team member won't commit to a task or a series of tasks on your project?
Okay, Pete, let me set some context with this. And I'm going to say that this is occurring in the planning process, and that with the project team and that team member present, we've already discussed the objective of the project. We've defined scope into deliverables, measures, and exclusions, and we've developed a work breakdown structure which identifies the tasks on the project. And during this time period, everybody has been buying in. Now we get to responsibility assignment on the responsibility matrix, and there's this team member that's making a bunch of confusing body language, or maybe saying, I know I'm supposed to do that, but I can't commit. We have to find out why. We must find out why. There's a reason, and there's probably a good reason. There may even be a misunderstanding. There may be somebody who is not on the project team that needs to be, and this person needs the collaboration of that person. So we found a new team member. Or it could be that this person has too much work to do, and they're not signing up because they know that their workload will go over the top and they're going to have to work evenings and weekends.
Their workload specifically, probably in ongoing operations, whatever their functional
It's been workload. I remember once when I was doing this, and there was a guy who'd been pretty quiet all along, and it got to picking up responsibilities for a task, and I said, you just really haven't talked much this morning. Is there a problem? He said, yeah, this is Monday. On Friday, one of the people in our department was laid off, and we only had 3 people. And I spent the weekend realizing that the work wasn't going to go away. So I came in early today to work on my projects and found that I was supposed to come to this meeting to launch another project. And he just kind of unloaded. And that gave us a problem to solve. We actually found another team member who could do that person's work. Now, if it's technical difficulties, there will be times, given the nature of the company, that the project manager can understand those technical difficulties and can lead the work in problem solving. But in those situations where they don't, even in situations of marginal performance, it's now time to escalate to the team member's boss. I believe it's an important principle for the project manager to take the team member to the boss with them for this discussion, not to go alone, because that could start another vicious circle of denials and take a long time to get a problem solution. So if it's a question of resourcing, if it's a question of technical skill, then the project manager and the team member begin a discussion, and it is a problem-solving discussion with the boss. I really don't want to focus on personalities in this kind of a thing. It's tempting sometimes.
What is the tone of that meeting? Well, I mean, you are bringing in the team member to meet with their functional manager. How do you hold that meeting and keep it out of a personality discussion? How do you keep the tone professional and focused so that the team member doesn't feel accused of not pulling their weight?
Well, we do our homework before going in. One of the things, let's say it's workload. We have this particular deliverable to do on the project. We've identified these number of tasks. Now, with the team, we've identified the contribution of other team members, but the primary person is Joe. Now, with Joe, we've estimated the hours, and look, here we've got a list of Joe's other assignments, and there isn't enough time in a 50-hour work week for him to get this done and his other assignments. So we're here to talk about workload balancing.
Not about Joe.
Right.
I think John brings up an excellent point. And in order to, the preparation before that meeting can have everything to do with the tone of the meeting. And because, remember, if the problem is with the person's availability to do that work, having that commitment to not surprise each other, because they're still a team member, they're a good professional partner. Even if they can't contribute, they've given at least the benefit of giving the truth that they cannot contribute, because a corollary of that can also be dangerous when you have a team member who always says yes, and they can, and in their own mind they know that there's no way they can deliver. They're totally overloaded. That can be dangerous to a project also. So having that conversation beforehand individually with the team member to come to clarification, and like John said, escalate the problem together, because we're still partners. Even though you've let me know you can't deliver the commitments that are shown on our responsibility matrix, let's talk about that, make sure we're together, and it's important so that when we do get to the next level, there's no surprises between partners. So it doesn't become a personality conflict.
John?
There's another aspect to this is, as Will says in the preparation, is the conversation among the team member and the project manager. Project manager, my job is to get you help. It's to get the project done in good order, and if you're overloaded, then that's going to impact the project, and I'm here to get you help.
One of the things you said early on, John, is that this, we're making an assumption that this is occurring in the planning phase, that this is a discussion that's happening as the team member is recognizing all this work that they're unable to commit to. What if we take it that it's actually that this occurs during the work of the project?
Later in the project.
Something changes for that team member, and suddenly they're not able to contribute.
Pete, the answer is right in your question, the word change. So the project manager doesn't go in with the conversation with, you're falling back, you're not meeting your commitment. The project manager comes in with the question that is, what has changed between the time that you made the commitment and today? And notice that there's no who in there, there's no why are you not doing your job, it's a neutral what has changed.
Excellent.
Something will have changed.
Brilliant. Thanks, gents, again, for sitting down with us for this great topic, great insights. And join us next week again for another episode of Ask Cadence.